Man, I believe if this fight get made with Devin Haney and Gary Russell, I believe it was some divine intervention that stepped in between this fight, stepped in between and got this fight made. I believe Devin Haney and Gary Russell deserve everything they going to get. And I believe this fight will break a lot of grounds and show people if you give the people what they want, they will spend money and they will reward you. The people will. There's no losers in the Gary Russell and Devin Haney fight. Devin going to get a lot of experience. He gonna get a lot of experience. There's no losing if you learn something. If Gary Russell definitely not going to lose nothing because he's in the like in the prime of his career, losing to a up and coming bigger guy moving up 2 weight classes. His name gonna be buzzing and he gonna get another big fight. There's no losers in this fight. And another thing I want to say before I end this video, this fight will be talked about and it's going to overshadow Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz fight. It's going to overshadow that fight. It's going to overshadow and it's going to let Floyd Mayweather team realize that there is value in black fighters, because I believe they feel like there's no value in black fighters. It's showing that it is value in black fighters. Everybody is buzzing over this fight. This fight is talked about more than Danny Garcia and Earl Spence fight. This fight is talked more about than the Charlos fight. This fight is talked about way more than Terrence Crawford and motherfucking Brooks fight. Nobody talking about the fights. Everybody is talking about Devin Haney and Gary Russell has took over boxing. If this fight made there's no losers in this fight, and I'm glad these guys was. I'm glad they was smart enough to be in tune with the media, in tune. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to the people that was tuned in. Shout out to everybody, because this fight. This people are talking about this fight now, and it's not 100% sure. Imagine when this fight gets signed, man. These guys deserve more money. They deserve more money. They deserve more money. I hope they can find a way to put it on pay-per-view, or find a way for these guys to get paid on the back end, because they putting it all on the line. And shout out to Devin, and shout out to Gary Russell. Shout out to their teams. Shout out to Bill Haney if he get this fight made. Shout out to Eddie Hearns if he make the fight. Shout out to all these motherfuckers, man, because it's divine intervention. Because nobody's talking about Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Nobody's talking about that fight. Everybody's talking about Gary Russell and Devin Haney, man. They overshadow all these fights, but especially that fight. And they're gonna surpass him. Is Devin able to pull this off? He will be the guy that's chasing. He will be the hunted. Because people gonna be buzzing about this fight. He will be the hunted. He will be the talk. And Gary Russell gonna be the talk. Win, lose, or draw. Watch how big the loser next fight is. The loser next fight may be bigger than they. It's not gonna be they'll be like, yo, nobody lost in this fight. There's not gonna be a loser in this fight, because they're gonna be big and everybody gonna be talking about these guys, man. These guys is buzzing right now, man. These guys are buzzing. They in everybody's mouth. Nobody's talking about none of these other fights. They just did a promo. Errol Spence and Danny Garcia just did a promo. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about Gary Russell, this what happen. This is what happened when you get the fans what they want. They reward you. They make your name big. They make your name buzz. And I bet you everything about these guys is buzzing. I bet you merchandise, whatever, shirts, whatever they selling on the internet. I bet you everything is people is more in tune to what these guys are doing. Nobody's talking about nobody else. Gary Russell and Devin Haney has took over the boxing world, man. They took over the boxing world, and I hope the Mayweathers, I hope everybody see that. I hope Terrence Crawford, I hope everybody see that they have took over the boxing world. They fight has overshadowed everybody else fight, man. And I hope they get this shit made. And once they get this shit signed, these guys will be rewarded. They will be rewarded for what they did for the fans.